Access granted. Transferring data. Activated.
Good morning. It's Monday. It's Monday, right? I hope it's Monday. Yeah, okay. It's Monday. I hate to be like showing up on the wrong day, but you know that's the great thing about having a 9 a.m. show is like there's no other shows at 9 a.m. on Gen Con TV. So if I show up on the wrong day, it just means I have to play twice as many games. That's it. So yes, happy Monday. It's also December, which is why I'm wearing my Gen Con Christmas shirt. Hype, hype. Yes, Gen Con merch is rolling out. You should check their new merch on the Gen Con merch site. Yeah, somewhere. You can find it. I'm sure. Wow, it's been a chaotic morning here in the area. We had I had a glitch in my system, like with my camera, my setup. So like I get everything hooked up. I mean, I've been doing this now for almost a year. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I can get set up in like 15 minutes, no problem, right? Oh, it's 8:30, no problem. Okay, click, turn everything on, and turn on my camera, and my camera's like zoomed way in. I'm like, what? First of all, my camera doesn't have a zoom lens, so it's being done digitally somehow, and so I'm like, all of a sudden, this is like the doomsday scenario. Like I'm not very good with cameras. But I've got a Fuji X-T4, so it's like a professional DSLR camera, and all the settings. And it's like, okay, I always have this nightmare. Just like one setting gets accidentally turned, and I'm screwed. And like, okay, now I know that's the situation. I'm screwed because there's a setting off, and so I'm, messing around with the camera, trying different things, and panicking. And what happened was that, so because it's a nice camera, which is the big mistake, I should just be using like an iPhone or something, but because it's like this nice camera, it's got a depth of field because it's got really big sensors. Now, if you're not into cameras, the depth of field is sort of the range at which something is in focus. So like if I keep glancing over here because that's where my monitor is, where I can see what to look. So if I take my hand, it's kind of in focus, and I go closer to the camera, it loses focus. If I go far away, let's stay in frame, you can see my camera's not in focus anymore. Okay, so that space of this, from here to there, whatever, is your depth of focus. And it's kind of thin. Like it's easy for me to like lean in too far and be out of focus, lean back, and so I'm always like having to check that. But I can't actually see here. I'm looking at my monitor. I can't see it as clearly as I would like to. So, being really clever, a few days ago, I decided to create a scene where my camera is super focused in. Where is this scene? Test focus here. Okay, so I'll flip to that scene and show you, right? Let's go back to this. Oh, everything's okay again. Welcome to the life of a sometimes confused and addled older gamer. Yeah, that's what y'all have to look forward to. All right, well, today we are going to play Carcassone. Carcassone is a tile placement game. I don't know. Like in my mind, this game is hugely influential. I'm sure I know there were tile games before this, but I think that it's fair to say that this was the first biggest tile game. Maybe, I don't know. In my mind, it is, and it wasn't clear reading about it on Wikipedia whether that is a true statement or not. But certainly, it's been around a while. and at least like 15 years or so. And it's a regular game that you see on most gamers' shelves. So I thought, let's play this game. Chances are you know how to play it if you're a gamer, but maybe you don't, or maybe you just want to hang out and talk about it. Maybe you love Carcassonne. And by the way, if you're good at Carcassonne, you definitely can have some input in how I'm doing today, because I'm not that good at this. I mean, I say that a lot. Do I say that about all games? I suppose I'm a bit self-effacing. But there are games where I'll say, I feel pretty good about this game, like Civ, and then I set the difficulty at 7 out of 8, and I lose. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should never say that I'm good at a game. I guess I'll have to play Agricola sometime because I think I'm pretty good at Agricola. Um, yeah, maybe we'll do that sometime. I mean, not like I couldn't sit down and win a championship, but I feel like if I was sitting at a table with three really strong players, that I might not come in last. I mean, I that would be great. I'd be like, I want to be third. Okay, in this game, this what? Am I silent? Oh, in that other scene didn't have a mic. Yeah, it was just for fun. Oh, good point. Okay. Thank you, Steve. By the way, good morning, Steve. Good to see you. All right, let's get this game going. Pop to the right scene. Are we getting... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, yes, Carcassonne. By the way, I decided in looking, like getting ready to play this game, I want to go to Carcassonne. Like I suddenly have a desire to go to this place in France, in southern France. So it's gonna be the right weather. I mean, the right season. It's gonna have nice weather. It's gonna be beautiful. There's gonna be good wine and cheese. I mean, that's enough reason right there. But yeah, I want to go. Okay, so I played. Okay, I got to get rid of the player 2 here. I played a game with my wife. Okay, so I think 4-player game is good. The AIs are not set based on difficulty. They're set based on like how they play, focused and build. Well, we want to have them all be different ones. Aggressive, yeah, sure. Let's do that. Okay, so now we have. I'll be player 1, of course. So AI, there's an AI that's aggressive. There's one that's focused. There's one that's a builder. Yeah, I'm not gonna overthink what that might mean. It's just three AIs. We're just gonna see if we can crush them all. Yeah, see what happens. Okay. And there's a bunch of expansions that you can get for this game. I mean, like any game, there's often expansions. This game has a lot of expansion because it's been around a long time. It's really popular. We're gonna stick with the basics. Okay, so this came up as options, and I wasn't sure what they all meant. But there's a little helpful little thing where you can pop up and find out. I'll just recommend for your first game, go ahead and set all these to yes. It'll show you dead tiles. It'll show you spots where a tile can't be played because of if there's you can imagine a tile placement game that if an area's been developed, there can be a hole where there's just no tile that can possibly fit there. So it's kind of nice knowing that. And fields are just one way of scoring that I think it was basic, so I'm surprised it's an optional rule, but I'm going to say yes. And then there's also you can pop up. This just lets you pop up on the list to see what tiles are remaining to be drawn. So as you're thinking, like, is there even a tile that has rivers on 3 sides and a abbot in the middle? Yeah, well, let's find. You can look it up and see. Okay. Ready to play. Like, I've only played the digital version of this once, so we'll get this open and I'll start explaining it. Let's get things started. Okay, so what's happening right now is that you can see all the players listed down the left. I'm blue, so pink and green have already gone. You have a number of meeples. So, like, I have 7 meeples. I have 0 points. Green already has 4 points. We're going to try and figure out how that... Well, I can see how that happened. Pink has no points, and yellow hasn't gone yet, so I don't have any points. So what happens is, imagine if there's a board game, there's a huge pile of tiles out there, okay? And I think we can look at that pile of tiles by clicking this. Resume, how to play, forfeit, no. Let's just resume play. Is this the list of, nope, that's matches. Okay. Oh, probably clicking here. Okay, so here are all the tiles in the game, except for the three that have already been played. Oh, actually, it's listing them too. It just has them shaded out. Or, oh, it's probably the one in my hand. Okay, so the tiles have a combination. There's just a short list of features that a tile can have. A tile can have a road, like this. All these on the top row here have roads, and sometimes the roads will come into the tile and stop, like this tile here. Stops at a little building there. Often they will go through the tile in some way. This one here has a village and roads exiting the village in different directions. That could just be one, two, or all three, or all four directions. I imagine there's a full intersection in here somewhere. I don't care enough to take your time to look for it. Oh, here it is, right here. Right, there's one with four exits. Okay. There, the significance of the village is important. We'll get to later. This has to do with a fortified city, which what Carcassone is. Carcassone's in real life, the city in France is famous for being this well fortified city. And there it comes in different configurations. So this one you can see there's two sides here to that fortified city. I mean, this tile could extend two different fortified cities, or it could just be like one really huge city. That this one definitely could expand into two cities and connect them. You'll see how all this works as we start doing it. And here, a tile like this is going to elongate a city. This unbelievable tile could only exist, if well inside of a city. So this could make a city really big. I think there's just one of those. So those are the tiles. When it's your turn's really easy. You're going to draw a tile blindly. So you don't have much strategy in the sense of like, I got a bunch of tiles and you're strategizing what order you're going to play them and where. No, it's all your strategy is, well, you're not sure what tiles are going to come up. How do you maximize your points knowing that and having some information about what types of tiles are possible. So you're going to draw a tile and then you're going to immediately place it. So outside of your turn, you don't ever have a tile in your hand. So now it's my turn. And I have drawn this tile. It's down in the bottom right. So, and because it's an AI, a computer, that's very conveniently showing you the places I can play it. That's these spots that are lit up like that. And let's zoom in a little bit. There's no reason to have that zoomed out like that. There's no depth of field issue here. Good morning, Armando. Yeah. Tiles, indeed. So let's just try placing. So I can place here. It's gonna rotate. It's gonna show me the options. Since there's a fortified city here and a fortified city here, if I'm gonna place in this spot, it's got to be one of these two configurations. I can't have like you would expect in most tile placing games, like Isle of Skye that we played 2 weeks ago. When you're placing a tile, you can rotate the tile to get it to fit, but the stuff on the tile has to make sense compared to the tile, what's on the next tile, the tiles adjacent. Now, there's one way it's different from whiskey. In whiskey, I went from Isle of Skye immediately to whiskey. In Isle of Skye, you can preserve. You don't have to preserve roads, so you can have a road in or start suddenly. So in Isle of Skye, I could put this tile here, and I'd have to have one of the road tiles go into this plains, not the fortified city. Isle Sky wouldn't let you do that. But in this, I can't. I gotta match roads to roads or non-roads to non-roads. Okay, so I can go here. I can go here by matching the road. I mean, matching the city. If I go here, I've got to match one of the roads sides, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, well, okay, so that, okay, now I know where I can play, but where do I want to play? Okay, so the next thing you do after you place a tile is you have the option, you don't have to, you have the option of placing a meeple. Now, you only have 7 meeples, and when you place a meeple, it may or may not stay on the map for a while, and it's possible it may stay on the map for the rest of the game. So you could see that it's possible that you might run out of meeples, and I think it's pretty important not to run out of meeples so that you have, because there's ways of placing a meeple and scoring immediately and getting your meeple back, and so you'd hate to miss out on those opportunities. So it's good to play a bunch of your meeples in places where you think you would get points. So okay, so now it comes down to how do you get points? Well, you because we turn fields on, there's a couple places you can place a meeple. You can place a meeple on a road. Okay, if it's a meeple on a road, then it's a they call you've created a, I don't know, a merchant or a highway robber. I'm not sure. Anyway, you've created a meeple that gets points for being on the road. Hi, Geeky Broken Hoodie. I thought you said meatballs, and now I'm hungry. Thanks. Now I'm hungry too. Jeez. Okay, better get this game over with so we can eat. Well, you can go eat, but I better stay here. So if you place it on a road, you're trying to get points, and it's going to stay on that road until the road that it's on can no longer be expanded, which may or may not ever happen. And what I mean by it can't be expanded, so let's say that this tile here was here. See this road ends at this city, and it could end in a number of ways. It could end because, like, say this tile was there and the tile gets to the city. I said to that little village. The village stops the road gap. Okay, the length of that stretch of road. So the road, that length of that stretch of road goes to, it hits a city or it hits a village, or I think those are the 2 ways it stops. Maybe there's another way I'm not thinking of. When that road is completed, then you get the meeple back, and you get a point for every segment, every tile that's part of that road. So if this tile was placed here, it ended that thing, pink gets its meeple back, and it gets 3 points. Okay, makes sense? But you can see where something could happen where it might never end. In which case, that's okay, because maybe it's not ending because it's just getting longer and longer and longer. In which case, when it finally does end, you're going to get more points. So it's kind of the point, is you kind of want that meeple there on that road for a long time. Because that just means it's getting longer. And so I think it's kind of a decent strategy to place a meeple on a road early, and then when you draw roads, you can add them to your own road and try and steer it away from other people. Now, if I put this meeple here, when the next phase, let's say I confirm that when I'm done, and now have my turn to place a meeple, I can't put it on the road. Pink has already claimed the road. So I could put it on one of the other options. So one of the other options is to put a meeple on a fortified city part of the tile. Like I could place it over here. Okay. And a similar type of rule applies in that until that building gets completed, like all the tiles are added to it to the point where no other tiles could be added to that city. Then let's see, I think okay, hitchhikers. Yeah, they could be hitchhikers. That's totally true. Totally true. They could be hitchhikers. Until the city is completed, again, your meeple is stuck there. And when eventually is completed, you're going to get 2 points for every 2 points instead of 1. 2 points for every tile that is part of that city. Also, yeah, period. Okay. If at the end of the game a city has not been completed, you get half as many points as you would have otherwise. You only get 1 point per tile that's part of that city. The road, I think, still scores 1 at the end. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, so going back to the question of how did green get 4 points and not have a meeple on the board? Well, what happened was green played this tile, I am assuming, since pink went first, started with this tile. Oh. Well, one of these tiles was out there to begin with. Probably this one. Okay, so I think this tile was on, I think there's a random tile that's on the map from the beginning. Okay, so this was the starting tile. And then pink played this tile and put their meeple on the road. Then green played this tile, put their meeple. When you place the meeple, it has to be on the tile you just played, by the way, I didn't mention that. So they placed their tile on the fortified city part of, they placed their meeple on the fortified city part of the tile they just played, which was this one. Which completed this building, and since it completed the building, they got their meeple back, and they got the points of the building, which is 2 points times 2 tiles. That's how they got their 4 points. So that's how that happened. You can now, just like I said about if I place this here, I can't place a meeple on the road because the road's connected and that one already has a meeple on it. You can do, I could, if I wanted to, place this road here, place my tile here, and then place a meeple on this road, okay, because there's no meeple on that road. And then, if someone comes along and plays a tile like this one here, and connects them, then we're both on the road. That's how you can get on the road that somebody else is already on. Same principle works with fortified cities. If you manage to get 2 of your meeples, which you would have to place separate roads from each other and from the other meeple, and get both of them linked to somebody else's, then you get all the points and they get none. So that's a pretty aggressive thing to do. The thing is it's hard to kind of plan out. Like, I could put this here and go, well, what are my odds of ever finding the right tile? Like, how many are there? Well, I can look through this and, well, this one would work, that one would work. Those might be the only 2. Well, this one would work. There's 4 that would work. Now, these 2 would work. This one wouldn't work because it's got the village in the middle, which would cap off both of those options. So yeah, that would. So anyway, so that's something you could do. I could also, playing kind of aggressively, I could play here, and what I would be doing by here is, first of all, I could drop down either one. I could put a meeple on this road or a meeple on this city. But one thing I've done that's a little bit perturbing for pink is that I've made it harder for pink to expand the road. Because now to put a tile here, pink's going to have a tile, it could have just been any tile that had a road on one of the sides. Now it's got to be a tile with a road on one side, and on the other side is a fortified city and no road. So now you see where there's all sorts of decision making and strategy about how you're impacting other players. I don't know what yellow's going to do, and I don't know what green's going to do. They're out of the equation. The only thing I can do that will annoy pink a little bit is put this guy here, and so that's what I am going to do. There is also there's 2 other places you can put meeples. There's a thing called a monastery or an abbot. And let me find it. Is that what this is? I think that's what this is. Unless that's got to be it. Okay, yeah. So There's not many of them because they're just 2. Yeah. Wow. Okay. The monastery is. Oh no, there's 4. Are there 4 of these? Oh yeah, 4, 4, 2 of 2, 4. Okay, yeah, because there's. Yeah, a lot. That's the only way you're going to get to 72 tiles. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's 4 of these and 2 of these. Okay. What the monastery does is you have the option. You still have the of putting the tile on the putting a meeple on the monastery, and then it will stay there until it has a tile in every position adjacent to it, including a diagonal. Right. So if you place that here, you would have to have to put all the tiles completely around it, which can be pretty hard to do. So if you put a tile on a monastery, you kind of got to figure it's going to be there for the rest of the game. But monasteries can be worth really good points because you get, when it scores, it gets a point for every tile adjacent to it. So that could be up to 8 points. Pretty good. But I think really completed cities are where I think you get the most points. Fields is the last option for placing a meeple. So let's say I put this here. In fact, I'm happy to just go ahead and commit to that. I'm going to commit to that because then I can show you the placement thing. And so now that I've placed that, it's going to show me that I have 4 options for placing a meeple. And remember, I don't have to do any of them. And the options are on the field on this side of the road, the field on that side of the road, or this fortified city area. Those are my 4 options. And I like to get... I think this city has a chance of getting kind of big. And I think I'm going to go for that. Now, the fields have a similar thing where... Now, the guys you put in the field are automatically stuck there for the rest of the game. There's no way of getting them back. They never score until the end of the game. And they will score points based on the number of fortified cities that their field is next to that are completed. Okay? And the fields can get really big. I'm going to go to the city here. Okay, I placed my guy. I'm done. Now yellow is placing over there, and they're putting one on this field. Oh, you notice there's a pennant on that tile. The pennant is worth an extra 2 points when the city scores. Okay, so now what's happened is pink is really going for roads. Look at, they've added onto that road, and they already got a road in the beginning. So that's what pink likes to do, I guess. Green has got on this road here. Okay. Thinking that has more possibilities than this one. And yellow is into this fortified. Yeah, that's a good choice. That looks like it could be worth a lot of points. We do not want to see that building get finished. And I think there's a decent chance it won't get finished. Because it's worth double points if it gets completed. And it's going to be probably a big Hurricanes city. Okay. Now, I'm getting squeezed out of the road action. Now, you see I could put this here. So that'll help me finish this fortress, which would be really nice. It's also it would also add to Pink's road. So I would be helping her. I could also put it here and help, I'd help this road come along. Or help this this fortified city come along. And maybe get in the road game by putting a meeple out here. Would be... I kind of like getting a meeple on a town that I can keep expanding, and getting a meeple on a road that I can keep expanding. And don't wait too long before putting a meeple on a pasture. It looks like it's going to be a big deal. I could go here and score this building right away. I put a meeple just like what blue did on the first round. Put a meeple here on the my tile side of this new city, and then I would immediately get the meeple back and get 4 points. It's always, but by placing the meeple there, I'm not placing it somewhere else. I don't want to place here because then I would be helping to a city that I don't have an interest in. If I'm over here, I'm helping the road that green has an interest in. If I'm here, I could start my own road. And this, by the way, helps limit this city in that, like, if I do it this way, then I'm not only helping to complete the city, I'm helping make it bigger. If I go this way, then I'm obstructing, I'm interfering a little bit, like I did over there with the road. I'm interfering with the options for how this gets built. I kind of like that. I think, and the other thing, I do like this idea, but I don't really want to, it's too early in the game for me to really want to close down off the city. I'd like to expand this city a little bit before working to close it off. So I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to do that. I think that's a decent option. Now I'm going to build on a road here because I'm not now I have a meeple on a road, so I can work to expand that road. I have a meeple in a city, I can work to expand that city, and next turn maybe I'll try and get into the field business, farming business. Okay, so what yellow has done is yellow's done another play for city points here. No, road points. Okay, so on another road. So yellow's hoping to build that road, and yep. So yellow's done the same thing. Yellow has a meeple on a road and a meeple in a city. Green went over here and just said, screw it, I'm just going to start a whole other road over here. All right, okay. Also, okay, that's fine. And they might be thinking, to the extent that AI is thinking about anything, of linking this road up to that one. Who knows? We'll find out. Okay, so then what am I going to do? Okay, so I've got a village with a... So I can do something like this, and green gets their meeple back and only gets 2 points. So I'm kind of limit how much green's doing. I don't know if that's really good or not. By the way, I've never read a strategy guide for this game. I everything I'm saying is just based on my own experiences and trying to figure this game out. I mean, you're kind of letting green get it. I mean, they got a lot of meeples, so getting a meeple back is not that big. I mean, this could really limit their growth on that road, but I'm not sure it's helping me that much. If I go put it here, then I've done the same thing here. Yeah, see, I guess I'm going to weigh how I feel about this by how I feel about doing it to myself. And no, I want my road to get longer. I don't want to stop that road at this point. So yeah, so that means putting it here might be interesting, just to say, sorry, that road didn't go anywhere. But then what do I do? I could put a meeple on a road here too, or maybe I do this in a place where I think like where should we get some pasture action going here? It might be kind of interesting to go here, and nobody has a meeple on this thing here. Somebody's going to do it though. That would be a great place to pick up 2, 4, 6, 8 points right at once. Is to find one of those tile like this one that has a city on just one side, finish it off, put a meeple, get it back, and score 8 points. That would be a good move. I think there's a good chance this city's going to get completed, and then having this is starting to maybe look like an interesting field here. So I might do this, limit yellow's advancement here, and pick up a field that will be bordering at least one city. Okay, other options. Come over here. Pink's got a road that she's just really getting away with. I could go over here and stop that. And then I can maybe put a field there. That looks, yeah, she's just gonna grow that road uncontested. And okay, I think I'm gonna do this just to put a cap on what Pink can do with this road. And then I'm gonna put I could put meeples on either of the roads coming out the other side of the village, or on each of these 3 farms. I'm gonna go there, and it puts the meeple sideways. That's kind of helps you remember that there's no way to get that meeple back until the end of the game. There, she did what I just thought. 8 points, finishing that. Pink is going to make it more difficult for me to finish my town up there that I invested in. So that's not good. Oh, and we have a monastery. A monastery with... Well, okay, so since monasteries score by being surrounded by other tiles, the ideal location for a monastery would be to place it somewhere where you plan to build lots of tiles in that area. Well, my tiles are here on this field, which looks like it might get closed off if I don't get the right tile. Pink and I are in a race to see if we can. She's going to want to close off my options here. I'd like to see my building get finished. We'll see what happens. This looks like a decent spot for a monastery, and I can't do anything out there because I've got four tiles around it already. I think this is where I'm gonna go. Yep. Rotating it doesn't matter. It lets you rotate it. Who cares? And then I will put a meeple in the monastery. Okay, I am down to 3 meeples, so I do have to be a little careful. Okay, what's going to happen? Yellow is expanding the city. And, ooh, Pink got that monastery, closed off that road. And green is expanding that city. And I got a tile that I could have placed here, but now I can't because Pink put this road. So Pink did the same thing to me that I did to Pink over here. I also can't use it to expand my town here. I could use it to expand my just double down on growing the area around this monastery and maybe set up another town scenario. Like, well, about if I'd also like to get a Oh, I think I have an option. This could be big. There is a. I don't think there's a farmer in this field. So there's two completed cities, and there's a chance the field will get opened up into here, and could go around and could get more. Okay, I'm gonna place a tile. Oh, I'd really like to. Let's see. Is this a town? No, 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 no. Okay. Uh, well, I think I'm going to put it over here by my and work to help expand the monastery, but then I'm going to put the meeple in the field because I think this field has possibilities. Now I have to be really careful with meeples. I only have two meeples left. Yellow is expanding, building a new road over there. Green is expanding the road they're on there. And pink. What did pink do over here? Oh, it was pink that expanded this. Oh, pink expanded a road for green. Oh, because of this monastery here. Wants to make a better monastery. Okay. So, I still can't use this tile to help expand this building over here. That's unfortunate. However, I can go here. I could also go here and put a meeple back here and reclaim it because the city would be claimed. And I'm also, by doing that, I'm increasing the value of this field. So as much as I'd like to focus on surrounding my monastery, I think this is the better play. And yep, let's do that. Okay, I'm placing it there. We're gonna place a meeple here. Points. Finally get on the scoreboard. I'm getting my butt kicked. Okay, yellow finishes this road, gets 3 points. Pink comes along, makes a dramatic statement in the middle of my fields. And my turn. Okay, so now what I've got is I have I could expand her city. That doesn't seem like it makes any sense. I could still can't expand the city that I started over here. That's not great. I can't expand the road I'm on. So that's not great. I can't expand my monastery grounds. That's not great. I think what I want to do, there's this big city brewing over here, which may or may not ever get completed, but it's big enough that it could be worth points. It's going to be worth decent points even if it is completed, because it's got 2 pennants. 1, 2. I don't know if the pennants score in final scoring or not. I should know this game better if I'm trying to teach it, huh? Well, hey, this is teach it and learn to play. Let's. I'm going to show you, if for another reason, I'm going to show you what I mentioned before about how you could end up with a meeple in the same scoring event as another meeple of another player or your own. So if I put this here, I've only got 2 meeples left. Okay, if I put this here and then, oh, don't put it in that field. That would be a really bad mistake. Put it here in this town. Then if this gets connected into this other town, which seems almost inevitable if that town grows at all, then I will share the points. Okay, what's yellow gonna do? Yellow, put a monastery by a monastery. That's always a good trick, because you know the other players are motivated to finish that monastery. Okay, that road gets finished, and now it's my turn. Oh, let's see. What can I do? I can't. I can't help my city over there. I could help my little monastery grow here and start and put another meeple on a road. But this is my last meeple, so I don't want to do that. And I can't expand this guy. Wow, I am really not doing well at this game today. I think the AI is going to get another victory. Uh, and I really don't dare put a meeple on this thing. I think the only thing I can do is just place it here and help expand my monastery. See, my monastery's there. Right, okay. I think that's all I can do. Not very exciting. Nope, not gonna put a meeple there. Oh, it's gonna let me replace it if I want to. Nope, no meeple. There we go. Uh-huh. Yellow's trying to finish that building. Pink is doing that. Okay, there's another monastery. Now, I just noticed that she just put... She has a farm here. Oh, interesting. So, she did what I was talking about before. She put a farm here and then played this tile. Now we're both on the same farm. Interesting. Okay, what do I got here? Oh, hey, I know where I can play this. I can play it here. Yes, I can. It won't finish the town, but it'll help. And who knows, maybe I'll finish that town eventually. I could also... Nope, can't place it here. So they've done to me what I was doing too. They've placed tiles in ways that make it difficult for me to expand my road. Nope, not gonna place a meeple. Ooh-doo-doo. Okay, there goes yellow, placing a meeple up there. It goes pink, finishing this town. Green. Oh, I got a meeple back. All the tiles next to that monastery got played. So I got the monastery, that meeple back that I had on the monastery, and I got 9 points for it, which is I always thought it was the number of tiles adjacent. Didn't realize it would count itself. Okay, so that's cool. All right, now I have well, I could place here and expand my town and increase the chances of actually finishing the town. I just have to find a difficult, a tile here that has a road going that way or ending with a building, grass on that side. Anyway, you get the idea. Probably should do that. I don't need to worry about helping out my shrine, my monastery anymore. It would be cool to finish a building. This is the type of tile that could be used to finish a building and score it. I don't see an opportunity to do that. I could help somebody else score their building. That doesn't seem right. That seems like counter what the game is about. Yeah, I think just... Oh, the other thing I could do... So, we have a field that's worth some points now, but I'm having to share it with Pink, which is really unfortunate. It might be possible to get another meeple into this field somehow. Like by... But I would be helping Pink. I don't want to do this. This is dangerous. But If I went here and put a meeple in the field here and then connected this field and that field, then I would have 2 farmers to Pink's 1 farmer. And this farm is already next to 1, 2, 3 completed cities. This one gets done, it'll be worth next to 4 completed cities. So I would be helping, maybe I do want to do this, I'd be helping Pink finish the city, which is really bad, but I would, if this works, I would be in a good position to steal those points from Pink. Now, okay, I wonder if there's another place where I could contribute to this field. This field meanders around over to here. If I place there, I'm already in that field, so I can't add a farmer. And this field has a hard stop at this road. It's not, oh, we can go past the road here. This, which, yeah. It is possible that this will get completed. I think no matter, the only way it gets completed is with a road that goes straight through, which means this field is never going to get back into that area. Although it is in this area. And what does my tile look like again? It's that east. In this area, it's going to get back in. It is really, this field has the potential of being worth a lot of points. Okay, I'm behind. It's kind of a risky move. Although Pink is, yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't know if I should. And it all comes down to if a tile gets played here by whoever, me or somebody else. I don't think Pink's going to try and block it. So if Pink finds a tile that stops that, they will. Then I'm going to shut her out of those fields. Okay. Cool. I'm back down to 1 meeple. Okay. Let's see what yellow does. Yellow completed that city and got a bunch of points, 6 points. Pink has added to my city and got their road points. Green grew their road. Okay. So I've got a tile. It's not going to do the trick here because it's got a road that goes through. So there's no way to place it here in a way that spans that. Oh, my road here is officially doomed. This X showing up means that this tile can't be played. There's no remaining tile that fits there. So I have no way of helping out my city there. And do I have a way of making this town more impressive? I think what I want to do is just... It's hard to figure out... Sometimes it's hard to figure out a place to place a tile that doesn't help. I can't figure out a place that helps me, and so then it's like, well, how do I place it in a way that screws somebody else up, or at least doesn't help somebody else? And that can be tricky. Place. Do I want her to finish this? I don't want her to finish this town, I don't think. Although it means that the field's going to work more points. I think that's going to increment her way more points than increments me. So this placing it here makes it harder for Pink to finish this city, which I think is a good thing. Okay, and I only have 1 meeple left, so I'm not going to place one. Done. Okay, yellow is expanding that road and jumping on that road and grabbing that 4 points. green is expanding that monstrosity of a city. And no, I do not have a tile that's going to open up that field yet. That's the way it is. By the way, there might be a tile that would allow this field to connect up that way. Okay, so will this help my... Can I place this in a way that helps my city? Yes, I can place it in a way that helps my city. It'll help it grow. It's not necessarily going to help it finish. It might. I think if I place it here, like this, then there's more chance or less chance. The other option is place it here. I think that makes the city harder to complete. Okay, we'll go there. And hey, who knows? I might end up with a... Totally possible to end up with a big city out of this. There's only 23 tiles left. That's the one I wanted. Oh, and yellow did the deed for me. Nicely done. And I think that field might even get bigger. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, so now I am officially dominating this field from paint. That's good. If we can get a tile here that extends that field into this area, the same thing can be done over here, by the way, then the field will be worth 2 more points because there'll be another completed city on it. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, once I'm in a situation... Oh, I think I can help out my city here. Like, I think I can go there. Wow. That is the hardest of those 2 positions to fill. Okay, so now, if I can get that... Wow, that's... I don't think the odds are good of finishing the city, but the odds are possible of finishing the city, and that's good. Okay, let's see what the players are going to try and screw me up on that. And nobody's connected my city here to that city there. That's unfortunate. Okay. And there's 16 tiles to play. There's still a tile that fits here. I don't know, is there a tile that has 3... And I'm going to get 2 more draws, right? 16 and 12 and 8. 4. No, I'm going to get 3 more draws. And the tiles that are left. This is a nice thing about the video adaptation, is that I would not be able to look through these tiles, what tiles are left, because they'd all be turned over upside down sitting on the board. Okay, if I play this here and add a meeple, then I'm screwed in terms of placing more meeples. But then if this tile got placed, I would take all these points from yellow instead of sharing them with yellow. That would have to be a tile that has a city on 3 sides. I think this is a really dumb move, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe I need to take risks. Okay, let's... Oh, there we go. Now let me scroll. Okay, so how many of these have city on 3 sides? 1. This one. That one's been played, one of those. Okay, so... And I'm only going to get 1/4 of the remaining tiles. So that strategy has only a 25% chance of working. Okay, let's see if we can... And uses my last meeple, which is like really bad. Can I can't expand my city here. Oh. this is not a bad play. Uh, because right now there's a smaller set of tiles that can be played here versus there. So I play there. It's easier to fill this spot than to fill the spot here because this spot doesn't have any other adjacency requirements. Let's see if there's something that's even better. What's this tile look like again? It's okay. It's the I could see a way of helping my field situation. I might do that. Even if the city doesn't get closed, it's going to increase the value of the city. I'm going to do that. So I think that going back and looking at the tiles, it means that these are all not in play. Okay. Then these two would be viable where they aren't now. This one would be viable where it's not now. These two would help grow it, but they wouldn't close it. Same with this one. Okay, it gives me definitely a better chance of completing that city. I've only got one meeple left. I'm not gonna place it. Yellow is going there and resolving their monastery and getting meeple back. Pink is doing a little late game road play. Oh, and jumping on that. Okay, I did not get the tile that would help me there, but nobody closed it off either, and there's still one tile that could finish it and several tiles that could keep adding points to it. So, I'm okay with that. I don't really want to add someone's rope. Oh, but I do. Oh. Yes, this is what I want to do. Okay, so the reason I want to do this is it expanded the field out in this direction. So the field wasn't connected to this field and therefore this city before, and now it is. So this big, huge field. The one thing I've done well in this game is the field. So I've squeezed pink out of this field, and this field's going to be worth 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points at the end of the game, I think. Okay. Hi. Let's see. Tolgar. Welcome to Peter versus Machine, and I'm playing Carcassone, and I think I'm getting my ass kicked by yellow. I don't think I can close that gap. I felt I was doing pretty horribly, although I do have, I think I do have a chance of getting that, getting a good field bonus at the end. Okay, I got one guy left. I'm not going to place it in this area that has no town, so let's save it in case I get a chance to close up a little city somewhere, like there. Pink gets their road back there. Green is expanding that city. Did they close that city yet? No, and they're not going to close that city because this tile is impossible. Okay, I think I got what I need to close my city. Look at that. Boom. I closed my city. Wow, I did not think I would. I got a little luck was on my side there. I don't know how the AI let that through. Okay, I'm going to place that there. And I'm going to get a meeple back, so I might as well place a meeple. And the question is, okay, if I place a field, it's going to be worth 2 points. If I place a road, it might only be worth 1 point. Although if I connect it to this road, it could be worth several points, and I would share with green. There's only 8 tiles left. Let's see, how many of those little curvy bit tiles are left? That one, there's one. This would interrupt the road. so I wouldn't end up sharing all that. There's only one tile left that will finish that, and unless it's green, but it's only might not get used that way. Green probably doesn't want to share the road with me, so I think it's unlikely. Okay, I think I'm going to just take a field. It's only worth 2 points, but hey, I'll take it. Now I think I get 1 point back, and I am briefly in first place. We'll see what happens. Pink, 14 points. Now pink is in first place. Green, place the field. Uh-oh, we don't want green to get their field connected to our field. That would not be good at all. It's my turn. I have a tile. There's 4 tiles left. Does that mean, is that counting my tile or not? 1, 2. Trying to figure out if I'm going to get another play. There's 3, 4. Okay, so. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, not including mine, just right? Oh yeah, mine's the monastery, and none of those 4 are monasteries, right? Okay, it looks like I will get one more play. And there's another monastery in play. Coming. Okay. So, we definitely don't want this field to get connected to... Oh, it's on the wrong side of this road. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not worried about this field. It's very unlikely that this field's going to get connected to my big field, because there's a big wall here. The fields don't extend across these, they get... The borders of the field are walls, cities, basically everything, roads. Yeah, it's not literally a wall, but in terms of calculating a field, this road is a wall. So it is kind of tempting to put my guy here. It's worth 1, 2, 3. It's got 3 adjacencies right there. This one has 4 adjacencies already. Yeah, this might be the best place here, right here. No use helping green finish their monastery. Let's see if we can help our own monastery flourish. Okay, and I think it's worth putting my last meeple on the board there. It's gonna be worth 5 points, so that's good. Okay, yellow is expanding their road there. And pink is working on that town. Green is putting their own monastery there, and it's not nearly as good a spot as mine. Okay, this is the last meeple of the game. What? Okay, I can definitely help my monastery here. I can definitely end cap a building somewhere if there is one. That's probably the best thing to do, but let's look around. That's not going to help me with the city. Am I going to help this city somehow? Still no way of... I was hoping that we would end up connecting my city to their city, but that never happened. I could... No, don't want to go up here and help. Well, I can't go there anyway. I could incap a city here and get 4 points. That's probably the best move. Unless I'm just... I can go over and sit next to, help expand my monastery here, but that's only going to be 1 more point. And it's the last tile. I don't have to worry about... Everybody else is just laying where they're laying. That's it. This is it. Okay, I'm going to go here. Oh, I don't have another meeple, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well then I should go sit by my monastery then. Go sit by my monastery and get it worth 1 more point. Okay, I think that's the best move. End of the game. Uh, from roads, yeah, I only got picked up 2 points on roads. Pink picks up 3 there, 2 there, 2 there, and yellow picks up a couple there, 3 more there, and a whole bunch more, 6 more, and 4 more there. Now green picks up 2 road points there, 2 there, and 2 there. I'm definitely in. I'm third or last place as of this point. Okay, so now monasteries. I picked up a few more points, but pink picked up more. Okay, I am definitely in last place now, or third to last place. Okay, doing the cities and oh, fields. Okay, I have a chance of redeeming myself here. This one is worth a lot. It's going too fast. I can't even keep up. Oh, I think I might actually win this game. Is this the last category? Are we done? I can't believe I won that game. Oh my god, that's all. That's from. All right, I got a little video for you. I won. I gotta play the video. Let's see. Here we go.
Peter Carbon Unit, your tactical acumen is like the event horizon of a black hole. It is a point of no return for all who challenges you.
Okay, let's see. That was there we go. There's the scoreboard with all the points. I had no point thought I was going to win this game. No point did I think I was going to win this game. But it was the fields. Look at half my points came from the fields. That big field. Getting the moment when I decided to play that second farmer to try and have more points than have more farmers than who was the other? It was pink, I think, that had the other farmer, or was it yellow? I think it was pink that had the other farmer out there in that field. But then by connecting the new field to the old fields, it was one big field. There were so many cities that ended up being worth a lot of points. Does it show? What's this? Review board. Oh, it's just showing the board. Okay, we don't need to see the board again. Well, I sucked at roads. Did really well at monasteries. Got 2 of them. I love monasteries, and then I did better at cities than I thought it would. And I knew I was going to get a bunch from fields. I just didn't know it was going to be that dominant. But if I wouldn't have gotten, if I had to share the points on the fields, then, let's see, how many points was it worth? 30. It was, I think that all came from one field. Maybe, no, I think I got 2 points from another field. So, 28. See, if I had shared that with any of the other players, they would have won. Well, there you go. That's Carcassone. What do you think? Love that the field was the last category. True comeback story. I know. Thank you, Elcuz. It did have a dramatic thing. So if you're streaming Carcassone, go for the fields because they get shown last in the scoring. Oh, all right. Well. That's it. I haven't decided what I'm playing next. I don't think. Let me take a look real quick at what my options are. Let me put us in this video so you're not seeing a bunch of black. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at my directory, going to Peter versus Machine and assets, which are just like all the different banners. So, okay, I do have Axis and Allies queued up already, but I need to study that game a little bit more before I play it. That would be It's been so long since I played it, and it is complicated enough. I can't just like, oh, it'll come back to me. I loaded it at once and I went to play and like, oh my, yeah, this, it's a great game. Maybe I could do Concordia next week because I know I'm gonna lose that game anyway. There I go again. I'm not just trying to sandbag, but um, I guess I always see that I know what it. I know that I know players who play better than I do, like a lot of players who play better than I do, and I know I have a lot of respect for that, right? So it's like I don't honestly see myself, in the same category as really good tabletop gamers. I'm just like but I love games and I love to play, and I think so I make up for it with passion to a certain extent, and I have been playing a long time, so I can do reasonably well. Yeah, let's play Concordia next week. Okay, so Concordia is a great strategy game. It's very well respected in uh, top table gaming circles. I believe that it shows up frequently at the Board Game World Championships as one of the games that gets played. It is a game set in Roman times. You have a map of kind of the Roman area, but it's not a war game. It's a game of settlement and trade and um, balancing what types of crops and stuff get produced in different parts of the Mediterranean. So that's kind of cool. And there's a randomization of that, so it's not always the same. So that makes it not historically that accurate. But it has that theme, and also has a big connection to what the gods want and how you get points for pleasing the gods in your thing. It also has a little mechanic like on Puerto Rico, where the cards represent a card represents a different type of activity for a turn, and you play that card, you get that activity, and there's one of the cards you can play where you get all your activities back. So it has a little bit of having to manage what different types of activities there are and what order you're going to do them. Kind of have a plan for that. So, okay, we're going to play Concordia next week here on Peter versus Machine, and I just lied to you. Peter versus Machine, it will be in 2 weeks. There will not be a show next week because I'm doing a film shoot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. And so screw this show. I got to go make another show. All right. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. This is, this has been another episode of Peter versus the Machine here on twitch.tv/GenCon we do lots of other shows. You should look at our schedule of shows, and some of them are really, really great. They're all really great. And all right, we'll see you on this show in 2 weeks. Hopefully, I'll see you on one of our other shows before then. All right, take care.